stories we're following this hour. We're going to begin with breaking news. The U.S. Supreme Court has granted the Biden administration's request to enforce nationwide vaccine rules for healthcare workers. However, at the same time, the court stopped the administration from imposing a vaccine or test rule on American businesses with at least 100 employees. The court found the government was overstepping by requiring employees to be either vaccinated against COVID-19 or undergo weekly testing and always wear a mask. For more, I'd like to bring in CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Jessica, good afternoon. How significant is this decision from the court?
It's a really big decision. It's a really big decision, practically speaking, because it affects the mandates that we live under. It's a really big decision, politically speaking, because, frankly, it's a big setback for the Biden administration. And it's a big decision legally, because it tells us a little bit about where this court is going when it comes to the use of executive authority, when it comes to the use of, I should say, executive agencies' authority. Because we had this executive agency, OSHA, that was trying to say, we have emergency powers here. Supreme Court really slapped that down. So practically, politically, legally, it's significant today, for sure.
Yeah, it was a key part of the Biden administration's strategy for combating the virus. It's interesting that the court has gone along with mandates that states have imposed, but here there's a federal attempt, and we get this split decision. For most federally funded healthcare facilities, however, the mandate does go through. What do you think led to that particular decision?
So if I could go back to the first thing you said, I think it's so important, which is people might be saying, well, what changed? Because the state was upholding these mandates when it came to states or localities, or they were upholding more restrictions when it came from states and localities. So do they just hate the federal government? And the answer is that it comes from a very different source of legal power. When we're talking about states or counties or cities, and they want to impose vaccine mandates, that comes from the sovereign power of states, their police powers to implement health, safety, welfare restrictions for us, to protect us. That's a really broad power. For the federal government, what we're seeing today is not as clear where it comes from or how broad that power is. To get to your question, in this case, the court's saying, no, OSHA, you went outside your lane. You need Congress to authorize if you want to do this. You need Congress to give you more authority. When it comes to the healthcare workers, a narrower decision, here we see the court saying, look, if you get Medicare and Medicaid, you're getting something from the federal government. It's fair for us to ask for something from you. It's fair for us to put more restrictions on you because we give you something in return for being able to do that.
All right, we also have Jan Crawford with us.